passed away quite recently, an English international master who used to love playing 1a6. So it's nice because he does a lot of things for a reason. You know, Magnus, he always has a reason for playing a certain opening, it seems. So it could be for that. But we're back in with the action now.
We're back in with the action. Magnus employing 1a6. We saw him do that in Title Tuesday as well against Hikaru Nakamura, playing 1a6, c6, and then crushing Hikaru. He takes the first game, playing 1a6 in the Aimchess Rapid. And here we've got a much more sane opening, David.
A much more sane opening. It's one of the main lines these days of the Berlin defense. Not the Berlin endgame. Queens are still on the board here, but it is almost symmetrical, the pawn structure, and this tends to lead to very level positions. White, however, does have a bit more space for now and easier development, and Magnus tends to like these positions. So we'll see. It's a bit of a surprise to me that he went down this line, especially when he's fighting someone wounded now like Jorden. But maybe he's just trying to say, okay, you're not going to win this game. And
it's funny, I was going to say the opposite. I was going to say I'm surprised that Jorden allows a position where, to me, this is Magnus's game, where it's a position of 3 results, but it's safe, and he can keep playing chess forever, right? It's obviously symmetrical. It has all the Berlin jokes. Insert every Berlin draw joke. But Magnus is already up a game. He's not going to take any huge risks in a structure like this. So I was surprised to see it, but for reasons that disagreed with you, David. I was thinking that maybe Jorden should be looking to spice it up a little more. But maybe it goes back to the old adage, stop the bleeding, don't lose 2 in a row, Simon.
Yeah. I mean, if you lose 2 in a row, I mean, it's just a disaster. And I think Jorden is sort of developing as a player. I think in the old days, Jorden would have come out and done something very, very risky. But he's growing up and maybe maturing by playing to Berlin. But he's got to win with the black pieces to get back into this match at some point. That is the problem. So it looks fairly even at the moment. I mean, not much going on here, I'd say, chess-wise. Very symmetrical position. You've got that skeleton. All the pawns are basically looking at each other. So then you look at the pieces and you try to work out who's got the better pieces when the pawn structure is symmetrical.
Yeah. It's a Berlin. I was going to get in with a Berlin joke, but then I thought it might get too repetitive, so I didn't.
I stole your thunder by accident. I didn't mean to, but there you go.
But this one will, of course, be a long strategic fight. Meanwhile, action is getting
there must be a way.
I mean, do you bring your king towards the left-hand side? I mean, if I was white here, you could try to zigzag on the dart squares in. You'd have to come back first to do that. That's one idea, just to support your pawn, to dislodge your opponent's knight. So I'm looking at my pieces. I'm trying to create ways to get in the position with my pieces. In the ending, the king, obviously a very strong piece. I'm looking at my knight the other way as well. And Danny,
I have a really concrete line here. I'm wondering, can I play knight d8 check? And you have to guard the f7 pawn. And we have to calculate knight takes c6, whether it works or not.
yeah, good idea. That
And
looks
there you
very
go. I mean, they
intensive.
always say that
Yeah.
the knight is a bit of a donkey when it comes to stopping past pawns, and this would be exactly that scenario. While we have the analysis board up, I want to back up quickly because the sad part about this, to Tanya's point about it being a nightmare, is just a few moves. The blunder actually just happened. If we back up a few moves before we joined, David, it was literally, okay, looks like that line is happening, by the way. It was right here, and Jorden could have played knight e4 to keep the knight guarding the b7 pawn, knight d6. And he just made the bad decision of trading the b pawn for the d pawn instead. He played knight b5, and that was the sad part. It was just right before we joined, he just made a bad decision of allowing Magnus to have this outside passer.
And now what we have on our live board, Magnus sacrificing the knight for that second pawn. Are we expecting resignation here by Jorden, David?
Yeah, I mean, you might try a knight jump, a knight fork, a knight check, something, but none of it works. White's pawns, one of them's going to become a queen in the next 2-3 moves. Game over.
But he's drinking water. Doesn't that mean he's doing well?
Or look at that, he's got the water.
That's actually juice because you're sort of, you need some electrolytes because you're losing all of your.
So
There you go.
He's got the juice going, but it's not a good juice, that one.
It's not a good juice.
Gotta give a check and come back. Does that have any juice in the position?
I see what you did there, Tanya, again. You're on fire, Tanya.
It's our job to
Fire.
make cringy puns.
I know.
What is happening?
What is
Amazing.
a cringy fun? Great fun.
We'll let the people decide.
Queen of the dad jokes.
Yeah, queen of the dad jokes. That's my job. All right, look at Magnus shuffling to g3, which is a real killer. It's like, I'm not even going to walk my king.